Hello and welcome to 360 Sports and Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashemi. Those are beautiful scenes from the Dambe Season 3 grand finale at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium just some months back. We're just bringing you the tidbits of event at that particular fight where you saw some Dambe warriors. We even have a Westerner, a white person who's also involved in Dambe. It's a good one. On that note, I welcome you to the show proper this morning. 360 Sports, I've got some gentlemen in the studio with me. I call them gentlemen because we'll be looking at some stories on the program together this morning. I will begin from the closest person to my left side, Taiwo Abraman, a footballer, and then I know you do other things, but the main profession is football. You're full of smiles. Good morning, Taiwo, and welcome to 360 Sports.
Good morning. I'm happy to be here.
Okay, I also have a regular suspect on this show, with Rashiando, who's you are not making any debut this time around. Welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV.
Thank you, Mr. Fashan. As I always say, it's always a great pleasure, sharing the center stage with you.
Okay, let's begin with this particular story this time around. We'll start with weightlifting. Yes, when it comes to talent, you're sure to get it in Nigeria. We have them everywhere. Just in the course of the last week, during the weekend, we had Nigerian weightlifters who participated at the World Weightlifting Championship, and they were able to come back with 2 medals. That is Dean Onome Omolola, who competed in the 55 kg class, lifted in 19 kg in snatch and 110 kg in clean and jerk, and she had a total of 200 kg points and narrowly missed the podium as she finished 5th on the table. But Sarah Ovazoya Matthew featured in the 71 kg category. She claimed bronze medal after snatching 110 kg in her class and had 135 kg in clean and jerk. Then won another bronze medal in total with 245 kg, as in which she lifted 245 kg in total, thus earning Nigerian 2 medals at the global event with 25 countries participating. Yes, in our local parlance here in Nigeria, they say half bread is better than none. No. And these ladies, they were able to at least what's her name now? We have Sarah Ovayizoya winning 2 medals for us at the weightlifting world championship. I know you have this physique and you cannot lift anything, but winning 2 bronze medals at this event, Wilfred, I think it's a commendable one.
Yeah, of course, it is indeed, and African women are known to be special breed and special creatures. So for Sarah, grabbing the 2 medals for Nigeria, I think it's no coincidence. Rather, it's a well-deserved achievement. And I think as time progresses, the whole world will begin to understand why African women are an unusual creature, because they're not a regular woman you can just see out there and harass.
That's true. We have that spirit of never say die attitude. We have it on this part of the country. And congratulations to Sarah for winning 2 bronze medals at the weightlifting world championship. So we will move away from that story, and yes, we'll go to the big one. Definitely it's going to be our focus on the show. But before we get there, let's start with NFF. The Nigerian Football Federation backs Lukman Nadozie to win. That is the 2024 CAF Awards. We know that Ademola Lukman is in the running for the CAF Men's Footballer of the Year, African Footballer of the Year, and we have Nadozie, who is also in 2 categories for the Player of the Year, Women's Player of the Year, and also the Goalkeeper of the Year, which she won in the last edition. Taiwo, I will come to you on this one. Yes, having looked at 2023 down, okay, let's say 2022, 2023 down to 2024 for Ademola Lukman, Chiamaka Nadozie. These 2 fantastic players, before we go into, they've been brilliant in their club, for club and country. Now, NFF is doing all they can to see that, yes, the 2 of them comes back home with these awards.
Yeah, for me, I think for the men's, I think Ademola is well deserved. No other 2 ways about it. because if you look at his performance in the Nations Cup and his performance right now, there is nobody who's going to win apart from him, because he's been brilliant for both country and for both country, that's national team, and for his team as well. And he's been very great from the season till now. I think he scored the last game against Real Madrid as well.
Yes,
so he's in top form, and I think he's the one who's going to win it. For me, I think he's the one who's going to win it. And for
go ahead.
And for Nadoze, she won it last time. You know, it was good season for her. She saves a lot of penalty, I think, against Arsenal. She had really brilliant season. But to be honest, I don't know. I didn't really watch her this particular season, so I don't know much about it. But for last season, I was like, I was even voting for us to win, because she did really great. But if she wins, then it's also good for the nation, you know, for the men and women. I mean, for like the women's player of the year, because the goalkeeper, of course, maybe she might have a chance, you know, because she's a really good goalkeeper. And it would be nice, you know, to have Nigerians flag flying for both men and women's player of the year. So for me as a Nigerian, you know, I'm backing both of them, even for the fact that it's well deserved for Ademola Lookman.
Okay, Wilfred, I'll come back to you. If you look at the awards, last edition, it was Osimhen and Asisat Oshoala. Asisat Oshoala in that award setting a record, both men and women, male and female. No player has won it 6 times. Asisat Oshoala set that record. The only player that came close in the men's side is Yaya Toure. I think he has 5. But Asisat Oshoala has 6 African Player of the Year for the women's category, and both men and women. Now we still have 2 players in the running for this, Ademola Lookman and Chiamaka Nnadozie. Exceptional players, both for club and country. You heard from Taiwo. Ademola Lookman deserve it. From your own end, how do you see this?
I think it's actually a very good one for the country. You know, Nigeria, you know, as a Nigerian, I always back my country and my countryman, Ademola Lookman, because he's done incredibly well, you know, with Atalanta, India, and Serie A, and also with the national team. Even the last edition of, you know, African Cup of Nations, he did well. Unfortunately, we could not leave the trophy, but he contributed, you know, immensely to the, you know, to the second place we emerged. And for Nnadozie, I think she's been a very wonderful, you know, personality between the sticks for her club inside the FC Paris, you know, in the feminine, you know, league, and she's been doing, you know, wonderful things. So I think it's one way of rewarding her effort, and I don't think you know, anyone is coming close to any of them for, you know, to contest. And for Asisat Oshoala, yeah, she has set a very big record, and she has left a very big shoe for the, you know, upcoming generation to step in. But prior to her emergence, we had Perpetua Nkocha, who, you know, thought
she won
4 times, and we actually thought nobody was going to, you know, step into her shoes. But then here was Asisat Oshoala doing it even more than I know what she had actually achieved. So I think you know, having Nnadozie in the women category, and as well as Ademola Lookman for the men categories, is a way of announcing, you know, Nigeria, you know, as a country today, not just to the entire continent, but also to the global stage, that if our talents are properly harnessed and we're motivated, I mean, sky will not only be you know, only be our limit, but also a stepping, you know, stone.
Okay, a stepping stone. We are still looking at the CAF awards, and then we'll delve properly into the topic this morning, because that's going to be our focus. We'll shift away from Ademola Lookman and we'll look at the whole scenario surrounding that CAF awards that will happen in Marrakech tonight in Morocco. Now, I will continue with you, Wilfred. Quickly, Nigerian chances in this year's CAF award. We have Chiamaka Nnadozie and Ademola Lookman for the men and women's running. Chiamaka Nnadozie is in 2 categories: Best Women Goalkeeper of the Year and the Player of the Year for women. Ademola Lookman just for the men's side. And then for the national team of the year, we have Super Eagles, we have Super Falcons. Then for the young women player of the year, we have Okuchukwu, I beg your pardon, who plays under 17 women's team during the last World Cup. We saw what she could do for the young player of the year. The inter-club team of the year, we have Edo Queens in there. So let me say virtually it's just from the young player of the year for the men's side that Nigeria didn't really, and then the coach of the year. But the major area, the major categories for the awards, Nigeria has actually been seen.
Yeah, we discussed something similar to this the last time I was here, and I told you that the federation has done incredibly well, and we have been able to implement some measures which has actually improved our teams, both the men and the female categories greatly. So for this particular award, I think it sends a clear signal to the federation that, look, you guys are doing a wonderful work, but they can't just relent. They have to do more, because because as I always say, in Africa we talk about talent. You can't talk about any country except Nigeria, and the African nations are known for numerous and countless talent. But for Nigeria, we're giant of Africa, and not just giant of Africa. It's about times, about proper investments, about proper administration and everything. We fall into place, and by the time you know what's happening, we're there at the global stage. Breaking records.
Okay, breaking record. Taiwo, how good do you think our chances are tonight?
I don't know, but I think for me, I feel like let the one who is deserved, let him win it. So that's all I can say about the award. But for the men's category, for me, I go for Ademola Lookman. I think 100%.
Okay, 100%.
No doubt about that.
Now, Wilfred, there's an unconfirmed report, though, that Achraf Hakimi of PSG and Morocco is in the front, is in the front runner, at least maybe a little bit ahead, though it's not confirmed. It's just rumors that it's going around. But if we look at Achraf Hakimi performances for PSG and then what he did for Morocco in the Nations Cup, I don't think he came close to what Ademola Lookman. For Ademola Lookman alone, scoring a hat-trick, the first African player to do that on a European competition, that Europa League final against Bayer Leverkusen. I think if anything outside Ademola Lookman.
In the European competitions finals, I remember Gift Orban did it against Istanbul Başakşehir, against 3 goals in 3 minutes. Okay, I think CAF is a reputable organization that will always want their names to remain in a white book of football loving Africans, and I want to believe that they will not want anything that would dent their reputation. So at this point, trying to convince Nigerians or Africans that Achraf Hakimi is in the front line for the award, I mean, means something fishy is cooking, but I hope it never it never gets done.
Okay, Taiwo. Now for Ademola Lookman, we still have Simon Adingra, the Cote d'Ivoire FA president, actually came out and said Simon Adingra, his countryman, don't deserve to win the Men's Player of the Year. I think I want to agree with the Cote d'Ivoire Football Federation president on that. But for Ademola Lookman, out of Adingra, we have Gurise, we have Achraf Hakimi, we have Ron Williams, we have these names: Simon Adingra, Ron Williams, Gurise, and Achraf Hakimi. Who do you think comes close to Ademola Lookman in this award? Those are their names on the screen.
For me personally, I think Gurise, because what he did for
Stuttgart
that season before was fantastic. If he had like if he had more penalties like Kane, they would have dragged the Golden Boot, and it was really good season for him. He was like one man handling the team. He was every day on the score sheet, and for his national team as well. I think in my own opinion, he's the one who comes close to Lookman.
Okay, for you, Wilfred.
Even though I don't want to say this, but I have to. Simon Adingra, was a threat to us, throughout the 2 encounters. So, and he was also doing it, the same way, with Brighton. So I think he also deserves to be recognized.
Okay, he also deserves to be recognized. We have Simon Adingra, Sehuhu Gurise, Achraf Hakimi, and then Ademola Lookman alongside Ron Williams. Ron Williams also surprisingly in two categories: Men Player of the Year, Goalkeeper of the Year. Now let's go into that. Now he is going up again. Okay, let's say Sterling Nwabali is going up, because I want to point the 2 of them out. He's going up against Ron Williams, who also plays his trade in South Africa with Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yeah, I think this tells a lot about the South African League. It means that's top quality, and means the 2 goalkeepers are very good. And for me, I will always back my countryman. So I'm going for Stanley Nwabali. He's a fantastic goalkeeper, and I just root for him.
Okay. Wilfred, if you look at Stanley Nwabali for Chippa United, he has been fantastic. And I think one good thing, another good thing, because I will not say one good thing, because I believe Jose Pizarro did a lot of good things for the Super Eagles. I know that's my own opinion, though whoever wants to disagree, you are free to disagree. But for me, I believe Jose Pizarro has done well for the Super Eagles. And part of those things he did for us was going to scout Stanley Nwabali and bringing him. Because ever since we had left, Vincent Nyama left, Ike Shoromu, we had Peter Rufai, we have Emmanuel Okala of this world. We have always had good goalkeepers.
Kai Ikeme.
Yes, Kali Ikeme, if not for illness that actually cut short that chances with the Super Eagles. We haven't had the best of the best goalkeeper. But for Jose Pizarro, before the Nations Cup, he was able to bring Stanley Nwabali for us.
Yeah, Jose Pizarro was a wonderful coach. He did, wonderfully well with us by trying to, scout out such a talent. And Nwabali brought in a lot of personality, a lot of command between the sticks, and was able to, coordinate his defense. And he took that command all the way to the final. So I think, for me, he deserves, to be named African Best Keeper of the Year.
Okay, he deserves to be named African Best Keeper of the Year. Let's go straight to Jeremiah Omoni, who is in Lagos, joining us on the show. Jeremiah, welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. We are looking at Nigerian chances of in the CAF Awards tonight in Marrakech, Morocco. Jeremiah, you are a follower of Nigerian sports, and you've seen what the Super Eagles have been doing, Super Falcons, and our players individually. How big it is? Do you think our chances in tonight? We are in the national team of the year, Inter Club of the year, where we have Edo Queens, we have Okwechukwu in the young women player of the year in the award. So I think we're in the major categories of the awards tonight.
Oh yes, thank you very much. Firstly, good morning to everyone. Thank you so much for having me around your show this morning. To start with, I think it's a very big moment for Nigeria. Seeing the Nigerian player, seeing Nigeria back-to-back competing for the CAF Men's Award. You remember so many years we have actually been looking up to this moment where we get a player to a podium, getting them to the top 3 or top 5, and now we see a back-to-back of that moment right now. I think it's a very big one. It's a very huge one that our football has actually developed. Like in terms of international football, has actually developed. Our players abroad, they are actually challenging for the bigger space. Look at it in the Super Eagles. You can see a player who had won the CAF Award. Who had won the CAF Award. You see a player who had won the UEFA Award. You see a player who had won the league of their respective countries, and it shows that it's not like a national team where we just have mediocre. It's full of excellence. But talking about the CAF Award, Ademola Lookman, on the basis now, I told some friends last week. I said that on the basis, for now, I don't know the method or the basis by which CAF is selecting their awardees. But on the basis of AFCON teams and individual performances at the AFCON, Ademola Lookman stands very good. On the basis of probably winning titles, Ademola Lookman stands very good because he won the UEFA. UEFA is bigger than UEFA awards. UEFA competition is bigger than the respective leagues. So it's just like we have the continental, like CAF Champions League or CAF Competitions Cup in Africa. So it's a very big one. So on that two bases, that's a very big one. However, if you look at outstanding moments, individual performances, that is where we might be seeing Burezi coming close.
Go ahead.
That Active Akimi, Simon Adiba, William, they don't even move close. I think the only competitor Ademola Lookman has right now is Burezi. Okay. And look at it, and I can say that Nigeria is not going to get back blank. We're not going to get blanks in this award. We're going to get multiple awards. coming from the men's category, the women's category, and the general awards uh, the interclub, the young player of the year, and this and that. So I think it's a very fruitful. If we are to recount 2024 for Nigerian football, it's a fruitful one. 2024 has been a fruitful one for Nigeria. For Nigeria, both male and female category, returning to the Olympics, playing the AFCON, getting to the final, getting qualification to the Nations Cup next year in Morocco. I think it's actually a big one. It's a big one for us in all areas and ramifications. So in terms of the national team award, I think the Super Eagles has the best chance to win it right now because of what we're able to do. Clean sheets in several games, except for the final that we considered 2 goals. We didn't consider that in other games that we played in the outcome. So I think this time we are going with our shoulders up. We are going with our shoulders up in this CAF award. We are not going as an onlooker, as someone that is sitting on the fence. We have a space. We have a space when it comes to this award.
Okay, we actually have a space when it comes to these awards. Nigeria will be in there, we believe. And they said that is the president of PSG actually gave Akraf Hakimi a private jet that he will use in coming to Morocco tonight. Let's see how that awards go. And someone said before coming into the studio that if Ademola Lookman don't win the CAF Player of the Year for men, then we just have to do something about that. Well, that awards will be coming up tonight, and we're expecting Nigeria to come big, like Jeremiah just said. We are not going there as an onlookers, but Nigeria will definitely come back with a lot of multiple awards tonight in the CAF Awards. We'll still be looking at that, and we'll bring you up to speed with the event happening in Marrakech and Morocco. Let's switch gear a little bit quickly and go straight to Ghana, where our under-17 Wafu Big Girls have been fantastic in this tournament. Their first game against Niger Republic. Omari, I'll continue with you. They hammered Niger Republic by 9 goals to nothing. And they will be facing Cote d'Ivoire today in their last game. But definitely, they are already through to the semi-finals, even without kicking the ball. Jeremiah, our under-17 girls, Flamingos, under Coach Bankole Oluokere.
Yes, thank you very much. I think I'm not boasting right now, but even if I boast, I think it's worth it. There's the female team, especially the youth teams in Nigeria. We've gone past level of playing what we'll be like trying to compete because we've actually gone to a stage where we put talent, we build strong teams, if you look at it right now, I think right now, this is not the kind of test we actually do. We come into this kind of competition so that we don't want to come and feel all like this and just compete. Because if you look at in all the regions, we don't really have a strong competitor, especially for our cadet team that can compete against some of our compete against Nigeria at the moment. And if you see what Coach Bankole Oluokere is doing, they've been camping in Kenya for a while before they travel for Abuja. It shows how resilient and how they've been able to struggle up the moment they had at the under 17 World Cup, where they couldn't go past USA and then the rest. So it shows that they are trying to build back that momentum, trying to build back that energy, that strength and that dominance that they are, extending their dominance in the African region and also looking at, okay, we can still get back. 9 goals, I think 1 is good, 2 is good, 3 is fine, 4 is better, but I think 9 is like a massacre. Actually, it's like an emulation, a demolition to the opponent.
Okay, it's a good one. Massacring Niger Republic by 9 goals to nothing. Let me come back to the gentlemen in the studio. Quickly, Taiwo, the women's football. If you look at it in this country, I think it's developing the way it should, but on a slow pace.
Yeah, I think before now, we've always been the giant of Africa when it comes to women football from the youth level. We just, for past years, just been having little bit distinct inconsistencies with the Super Falcon. And I think we've made the message clear from the youth team right from the set of Oshola that we are the giant of Africa in this section. And every coach who have handled the cadets, the U17, U20s, have been fantastic with the job, and this shows like the how bunch of talent that we've got in Nigeria, and it shows that every year with every performances from the U17, U20s, it shows that every time there's a lot of talent here in Nigeria that they always come up. But for the national team, that's the Super Falcon, the main team, they've been having, for me, I think one of the major problems is the changing of coaches. Every coach is with his principles and ideas in a very short period of time before games, and which has led to a little bit inconsistency with their results and performances. But overall, I think female football in Africa, I think Nigeria, they are among the top three, and we could go more, we could improve, and we could be better. And the NFF should just, do more about the youth programs for the women.
Okay, we'll leave the under-17 girls Wafubi tournament going on in Ghana, and let's go straight to CAF Confederations Cup. Wilfred, I know you were disappointed because I followed you up. Yes, even when they played against Zamalek of Egypt. Now, Enyimba on the brinks of exit after Black Bulls defeat 3-0. They suffered in the hands of this Maputo team in Madagascar. What is going on with Enyimba?
So I can clearly say, that wasn't part of the script because it was quite disappointing, and considering how their last match, before the encounter yesterday, against Zamalek, ended in a bar in front of their home crowd, and considering also the personality of the team, how it was, how it used to be, some 20 years ago, and then 20 years after the team becoming a mere shadow of its own glorious self, is something that, very worrisome, and I think it's also sent a clear signal to the NPFL teams that we're not yet ready for the the continental battles.
Yes, we are not yet ready for the continental battles for Enyimba. They lost to Black Bulls 3-0. They just in Group D, they just have 1 point. Let's see, they have to win their remaining games if they are to progress into the next round. Let's leave CAF Confederations Cup and talk NPFL quickly. It was a super weekend in March the 17th for the Nigerian Premier Football League. I'll begin with you, Taiwo, before I come to you, Jeremiah. Now, Niger Tornadoes actually defeated Sunshine Stars, who will bring the result we'll bring the result to you, while Rivers United has regained the top of the table. We'll be bringing all of that. Now, Taiwo, you played in the Nigerian Premier Football League before you decided to just give us a pat on the back, and normally you left the shores of the country. But so far so good. Your time you played with Kwara United, you played with Abyss Football Club here in Abuja before you had your brief stint with Kwara United, and your sojourn out of the country. You played in Turkey. You've seen it all. You've played in the biggest league in the world. Now, during your time with NPFL and when you left, how far, how well from you?
I think now we've grown a lot. There's much improvement than before. And when you talk about like the media, I think we've started learning that one of the main big things for the league is the media. Everyone started having like Instagram, social media. Like, for example, for me, I don't really follow so much, but I see a lot of Rangers and what they've been trying to do on social media. And I think Remo Star they've been so with the package, and this is the most important. That's what we need in Nigerian football. We need more media coverage, media outreach, that people see what we are doing, and let's showcase the talent of Nigeria to the whole world and Africa, where people can watch from every corner of the world, and know that this particular thing is going on, and there is this good player in this team. But overall, with the way they've been playing, you can see that everybody's progressing, everybody's learning, everybody's becoming more tactical discipline. Everybody's not just kicking long balls and just running after the ball like it used to be before. And for now, I think we are taking, although it's a slow pace, but we're actually making progress in the league. So it's a good and fantastic thing to.
Okay,
to
I
see.
will still come back to it. Let's quickly just run over the result. We have Lobby Stars beating Plateau United in the derby. It's their neighbor 1-0 at the Lafia Township Stadium. Shooting Stars of Ibadan beat Kano Pillars 2-0 in Ibadan. Then we have Academy Warriors beating Abia Warriors 3-0. Enugu Rangers at Katsina United ended on a goalless affair. Niger Tornadoes hammered Sunshine Stars of Akure 4-1. Bayelsa United 2-1 against another struggling Akwa United 2-1 in that game. Heartland FC of Owerri at the Dana Yam Stadium against Bendel Insurance, who are also struggling, played a 1-1 draw. And Rivers United 2-1 against Kwara United, that's the former team. And Ikorodu City with Remo Stars, that game was full of much intense at the Onikon Stadium in Lagos. It was a Southwest derby and it ended 1-1. Now, Taiwo, how will you describe the competitiveness in the league with the leagues you've seen abroad, in Turkey and everywhere you've been to?
For me, there's huge difference. Huge. Talking about like tactical play, technique, media coverage, and there's really huge difference. But there is also room for improvement for our league. But I think now it's been different than before. Here in Nigeria, you could see that teams are winning away, they are playing draw, and it's not like 4-0 with 4 penalties. And but I think we've missed a lot of things from the foundation of Nigerian football entirely. And we are just trying to be back on the map, and it's a bit slow, but I think we are making progress.
Okay, we are making progress. Let's have the table quickly. And Omoni, you had to react to it quickly before I come back to Wilfred. Let's look at the Nigerian Premier Football League table, match day 17. Rivers United back to the top with 32 points. Remo Stars dropped to second after the draw with Ikorodu City. Now have 30 points. Enugu Rangers move up to third. 28 points, also playing a draw in their game. Shooting Stars fourth, Academy fifth, and we have Kano Pillars occupying the 10th position with Enyimba at 9th, who has a game. In fact, they had 3 games in hand. Bayelsa United 24 points, Niger Tornadoes on 24 points after 17 games. Let's go to the flip side. Okay, we will be looking now. Wilfred, you've seen quickly the result for the weekend, and Rivers United putting up a very good show against Kwara United 2-1 at the Adokia Masimaka Stadium in Port Harcourt.
It shows clearly that the competition is becoming more stiff by the day, because no one wants to back off. And for Rivers United, they are one team that is so much respect, and having someone like Finidi George sitting at the dugout as their gaffer, you should understand what it means by having a coach in that pedigree. So I think they are also doing everything within their possible means to ensure that they become a force to be reckoned with.
Okay, they become a force to be reckoned with. Jeremiah, quickly, match day 17. We've seen beautiful games. Just quickly, your own general assessment for match day 17.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. I think firstly, okay, let me start with the Southwestern derby. Ikorodu City against Remo Stars. I think that was the first Southwestern derby draw this season. And I think the other derby games, the one Shooting Stars and Sunshine last week, there was a winner. Remo and Shooting Stars was a winner. Shooting Stars and Ikorodu, there was a winner, except for that game yesterday. And I think it was actually a very big statement for Remo Stars. They were able to pick a point on the road. It's going to help them in the title chase, when they play the next home game. But aside from that, I want to talk about Enugu Rangers. Enugu Rangers, they played about 7 games unbeaten right now in the league. And if we are to recall the way they did it last season, they just started like that. And last season, they just started playing games, unbeaten runs. I remember that was in January. January or February, then I spoke to them in the Chukan. I was like, okay, what are you guys going to do right now? You guys want to win the league? They said, no, we are not winning the league. We just want to keep our competition. We want to stay compact. And they went on to win the league. They played from December last year till the end of the season, like maybe losing about just 3 to 4 games. And they started again this season. Seeing that they played almost all their games in November and even games in December so far. they've not lost a game. Although they've been playing some draws and there, but they've been able to at least make sure that they are picking points. And now they're in the third position, which is a big concern for the top two teams, and that's Red Monsters and Rivers United at the moment. And also Enyimba, let me just also say that Enyimba too, they've not recorded a win so far in the last 5 games now. I think that's a very big concern for them, for Yemi Rawadu, who is the coach of the team. Not so Niger Tornadoes returning back to winning ways. I think that's also a good one. Kanini Warriors. It's been a while they scored 3 goals, and scoring 3 goals against Abia Warriors, I think it's a very good one. They've been able to get some things right in the team. Bayelsa United, Aqua United, a once beloved club, in the league. They want a club that everyone will always look up to. I know that during the time with Kwara United, probably would have played against Aqua United and all the looking at that club right now, they will be the tendency that they might relegate, they might relegate because of what they've been doing unless they make some good use with their time. And unfortunately, the NPFL is a place whereby if you don't start getting what you need to get, the story might just end up like MFMFC, who got relegated first with Lakadastica.
Okay. All right. Taiwo, back to you. You've talked about the competitiveness. Which other area of improvement you feel NPFL can work on?
Also, I think they need to provide a lot of, backup and this thing for the players, support for the players. And talking about the financial aspect, you always know, I think it's well known to everyone that some of the teams find it very hard to play the players, to motivate the players to be able to, perform, because, you shouldn't, when you are having a game, you shouldn't have you shouldn't have one thing, because for me, in my own opinion, I think football is like 99.9% mental, and before game, when you start having problems like to deal with at home, family problems leading to financial issues and money, this don't bring out your full performance in the game. I think with the salary issues, I think NFF should try to, I don't know in which way they could, to be able to do something to help with the players about this, because for football the first thing everyone complains about salary, especially in Nigerian Premier League, and this also don't make people to players rather to
stay in the league.
Yes, and to give their full everything they have. If you're fully motivated, fully paid, you want to do everything because you want to enjoy what you're doing. So I think in this aspect, I think NFF should be able to, I don't know, in one way or the other, to help with the clubs and find ways to get the players' wages paid, so they can give their best.
Okay, there's a funny question I have for you, but I'll come back. Let's go to the flip side of the table quickly. We'll just look at the complete part of the table. Heartland is now 11th on the table with 21 points with -1 goal difference. Abia Warriors 21 points, also -7 goal difference. We have Kwara United, Katsina United on the 14th position, 20 points. Lobby Stars now pushed to 15th position with 19 points. I know, Wilfred, you are happy for what the progress with Lobby Stars right now. Plateau United 16 with 18 points. Nasarawa United also having 18 points with Sunshine Stars, Bendel Insurance, and Aqua United with 16 points on the 20th position. 17 games, 16 points. Wow. Aqua United. But Wilfred, quickly, I know you are all smiles. Now, Lobby Stars have found their way, yes. Now 15, they are still close to the relegation zone, but if the league ends like this, they are safe.
Even if it doesn't, we're going to be safe.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Okay. Now, Taiwo, now looking at our league and where you're coming from right now, what was your motivation?
Me personally?
Yes. That is why I say it's a funny question.
I think my motivation is my drive to achieve. And I'm a dreamer, I want to achieve more. I don't want to stop dreaming. I just want to keep going. The more I achieve, the more I want more for myself. I think this has been my push. This has been what's been driving me, what's been keeping me going. I think propensity to excel. And I don't know, for everyone, it's different within every individual. But I think the fact that I could just visualize something, feel and think that I could do it, irrespective of all the setbacks and the work who happened the way. I think, and most important, my family, my mom.
Okay. All right. Which team do you support? Is this Kwara United in Nigeria?
Yeah, I'm Kwara United.
Because
yes,
you play for the team.
Yes,
Okay. Let's move away from
Kwara State. So.
Okay. No wonder you support your home team. Let's move away from the Nigerian Premier Football League and go straight to the English Premier Football League quickly. There were games also in the EPL in the course of the weekend. Yes. In the Manchester derby, a team came from behind. The Red Devils, they called them, to get that win. Everton and Arsenal at Emirates ended on a goalless affair. Liverpool 2-2 against Fulham. And then Newcastle United hammer Leicester City 4-0. Wolves, they've sacked O'Neill, their coach, after this loss to Ipswich Town at Molineux. Nottingham Forest, indeed. Aston Villa took their Villa to Forest and they were caged. They couldn't come out of the Forest with any points. They lost 2-1. Brighton were beaten at the American Express Stadium by Crystal Palace, who left Selhurst Park with all of the packs. They went to Brighton 3-1 against Brighton. Manchester City at Etihad lost to Manchester United 2-1. Chelsea at Stamford Bridge beat Brentford in a hard-fought win 2-1. And then for Southampton, they have also sacked their coach Martin after they were hammered by Tottenham Hotspur at St. Mary's 5-0. Let us look at the table quickly for the English Premier Football League, and then we'll move over to the next league. Liverpool tops the table with 36 points, followed by Chelsea, who have 34 points, just 2 points behind Liverpool, who has a game in hand. Arsenal is third with 30 points, while Nottingham Forest fourth with 28 points. Manchester City, Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Fulham, Brighton and Tottenham Hotspur on the 10th position. At the other side of the table, quickly, we have Brentford leading the other side and Southampton occupying the 20th position with 5 points. I think Aqua United is better than Southampton right now. Yes, Wolves have 9 points. They've sacked their coach. All right, let's go straight to La Liga quickly because we're almost out of time. Let's look at the result of La Liga. Real Valladolid beat Valencia 1-0. Espanyol and Osasuna played a goalless draw. Mallorca beat Girona 2-1. Sevilla had won against Celta Vigo. Rayo Vallecano and Real Madrid shared the spoils. 3-3 that game ended. Atletico Madrid beat Getafe 1-0. Deportivo Alaves and Athletic Bilbao played the 1-1 draw. Real Sociedad Las Palmas goalless. Villarreal lost to Real Betis 2-1. And surprisingly, the league leaders Barcelona lost at Camp Nou to Leganés 1-0. The tables still remains the way it is. Barcelona topping and Atletico Madrid pushing Real Madrid away from the second position to third with 38 points, same points with Barcelona. And then we have the Athletic Club with on the fourth position with 33 points. Girona occupying the 10th side, the 10th position. That is it for La Liga. And before we go away from this, we cannot do without taking this story. Chess now, where one woman, Shiando said it, yes, take nothing away from Nigerian women. She is now of four we know, Tori Shemuwa has now become the national women champion in chess. Congratulations to her. She busted onto the scene in 2012 and she has been doing great things. Thanks gentlemen for coming on the show. It's wonderful having you, Taiwo Abraman. I believe someday with your wealth of experience you'll come and teach us how to improve in the MPFL. And to you, Wilfred, for doing great things on the show this morning.
It's my pleasure.
And on to Jeremiah in Lagos. Thanks very much for joining us on the show.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, that is it on the program 360 Sports. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Say thanks for watching.